Please stay. Ah! I haven't nailed-ish the camera. Ta-da! What's up, guys? So, episode 2 of Driving Me Crazy. I don't know how well this series will go. If people don't like it, I'll ditch it about episode 3. Otherwise, I'll keep it going. So, I actually want to have a whinge about dieting today. The term dieting and people's approaches to it. And the general consensus among shitty people in the fitness industry, fitness gurus, and really poorly educated PTs. Not anyone I know, I just mean as a general. These are people who exacerbate them. So yeah, starting out right, the term dieting. What I do in monitoring my weight and monitoring my intake isn't dieting. Dieting should be reserved as a term for people preparing for a physique show, or who are morbidly obese, or who are restricting certain foods because of health issues, diabetics and the like. I do not diet. You aren't dieting if you're being careful with what you eat. You aren't dieting if you're trying to be healthy. You just have a different lifestyle, a different approach to food. The term, everyone says diet, and you get these girls who go on these zero carb diets or zero fat diets, which are utter shit, and they're just restrictive of calories, and a really great way to start bringing on eating disorders. We'll get into that another time. So yeah, approaches to diet. Clean eating, or the worst end of the spectrum, which I have been through, orthorexia. Essentially telling people there are foods that they cannot eat, and that only non-processed foods are safe to eat, and that if you want to be healthy you can't eat anything that's ever been processed, which is pretty much nothing nowadays. Which has a very close representation to the paleo diet, the only eating like our ancestors did, who are famously well known for living to 40-ish years old. Brilliant. And also that I don't think we can actually eat mammoths. But my point is, these styles of eating are clean eating, or just eating healthier for the benefit of health is a good thing. But to restrict foods and to tell yourself there are bad foods, I think that's just an issue. I think that's a mentally an issue. I was hugely restrictive. I wouldn't eat out. I wouldn't eat anything ever processed, which meant that I was also only eating about 800 calories a day. So yeah, that was a really great way to start me off being anorexic. Now, I don't think there's wrong with making health choices and picking the healthier foods, but I think if you've got to a point where you are afraid of certain foods, you have a problem. And it's not to be derogatory towards it. It's not something that I would laugh about or actually take the piss. I think it's quite a serious thing that people need to realise. If you are restricting foods, there is an issue, because these foods can fit into your diet. So I, myself, am a flexible dieter. And what that actually means, I hate that there's a term for it, but I just eat according to my goals and according to sensible choices. So 70% of my meals will be whole foods. They will be like your vegetables, meats and nuts and the like, all that sort of stuff, for health choices, to restrict things like high levels of bad stuff, like the trans fats, huge amounts of sugars, stuff that would affect my actual health. When I say bad, I don't mean that it's a bad sort of food, it's just a bad ingredient. And can still be taken in moderation. It's so much harder than I expected to drive whilst doing this. Record, I'm still driving safely, Mom and Dad. Anyway, yeah, so back to the point. So dieting, it is, so people who are preparing for a show, they are restricted, because if you want the body to look a certain way, there are things you have to change for water retention, for the very, very lean approach to your physique. It takes a lot more specific intake. As I was saying, as a flexible dieter, I take in a rough estimate of carbs, fats and protein. I take in approximately 3,100 calories a day to support the actual physical level I am at. but I don't say there are foods I cannot eat. If I get to the end of the day and I'm hungry and I have carbs left, I will have cereal, I will have bread, foods that genuinely shock people, which is terrifying, and would have shocked me quite some time ago. And I openly admit, I had eating disorders. I had 3 of them. So it's a little bit of experience saying I do know the difference between healthy eating and excessively restricted dieting. Stay where you are. Anyway, so if you know anything about my journey, you know I've had my fair share of issues with foods, and I don't know if I've covered anywhere near anything I wanted to say. But if you want to discuss it properly, if you want to learn how to diet, I do help with that sort of thing. I like helping with that sort of thing, and mostly because it's the most important factor. Not everyone has to train, not everyone has to be going to the gym or doing exercise, but everyone unquestionably should be aware of what they eat. They should know what they're taking in, to the extent that it's a healthier style of living, but they shouldn't be restricting foods, and they shouldn't be applying guilt to certain foods. So yeah, if you want any help with that, please do give me a shout, and I hope I didn't ramble too much, probably a fair bit. Alright guys, see you next time.
Don't push me, don't tempt me, I'm running on.